Hi everyone, Kai here with you today from A Place for Kai. I just thought I would share with you how I use my MISTI to help me line up negative dies into a negative, or I should say line up dies into a negative die cut piece. I made this card and the top panel is on foam strips and the stars are attached to the card base with glue, so there's some dimension added to the card. So I thought I'd show you how I do that today. It's made very simple with the MISTI. I have pre-colored my stars again, just to save some time. And I'm using, to do my glitter stars, I'm using Martha Stewart glitter markers that I got a long time ago. Geez, I guess maybe going back to 2009. I don't know if they still sell them or not, but they still keep on going, so I keep on using. So what I have done is I cut out my panel using the Dangling Stars die, and I keep this to use for every time I make a card in case I get marks on it or get ink on it, so I'm not messing up my real panel that I'll be using to do this. So I've kept the stars in the way that they fit into the negative, just so that I don't have to fuss around with fitting. They are, you know, some of them are different sizes, so it just makes it so that there's no guesswork. Is that going to fit? And attach it in. I'm using glossy accents. I find that that works the best for me. It holds everything in place no matter what. And what I'm doing, I'm just sticking it in, and then to release from the paper, I just kind of lift up this, which is why I'm using a lighter cardstock to do that. It's just to ensure that it's attached to my card base and not hung up on the top panel. So this goes by relatively quickly. It doesn't take that long. I don't usually put glue ahead very far because it'll start to set, and I'll put my hand in it to boot. So to ensure that I don't do that, start coming in from the right. So I just start lifting it off, move my magnets, make sure everything's attached. There we go. So that is in place now. And I keep this for the next time I use it. I just put it in the back of the pocket that I keep for my dies. And here's the panel that'll go over top this. But first, I'm going to stamp the sentiment. And I've decided to use Penny Black's Believe stamps, and I'm going to use the Merry Everything and Happy Always stamp, which I've got here. Now I lined up, I just like how this flows into this perfect little space, so I'm going to fix that. There we go. And I'm using Evergreen Bough. Tim Holtz Distress Ink Evergreen Bough to stamp this. I found that it's the color that is most like, boy, this is a new stamp too, so it's going to take. And I know you're not supposed to use Tim Holtz, but I find if I'm just careful with it and I don't push, I won't get a lot of bleed. I don't push on my MISTI, in other words, on the lid. That's pretty good, actually. So then what I do is on the back of my panel, I've put the foam strip tape, and I've got quite a bit of it on here, as you can see. I want to ensure that the panel stays up off the card base so that it gives proper dimension to the stars. So I've done that. Just peel off these last two pieces. And then I use 110-pound Neenah cardstock for my cards, so it tends to stay open, I guess. So when I'm doing this, I just stick a bit of tape in there. This panel is also 110-pound cardstock. I like the way it stands up to this kind of technique. So when I just aim and hope for the best. So that keeps everything. And then I have to stand up to do that part. And typically I usually always add a few sequins. So I picked these ones out earlier. I use glossy accents to attach my sequins as well. Now this sequin changes color. So you might think, why is she putting blue on there? But it will actually change color as the card is moved, which I quite like. These are just silver sequins, which I like with this color. And I just let them set for a bit before I move the card. So there you have it. An easy way to help you use the negative pieces of your die cuts with your MISTI. Thanks for watching today. I hope you'll join me next time. Bye for now.